So it's getting kind of scary out there. There's so much division. Yeah, it's hard to know what's going on, what's real, what's not. I find the best way to handle it is to stay in my heart and to trust what's in my heart. And this is why I'm doing this video today, because I think maybe if, like, even in 100 years' time, if we survive 100 years, humanity, whenever they look back over social media, over people's social medias, you know, Instagram, Facebook, what are they going to see? Like, this is a global pandemic, you know. We've been locked in our homes. Our freedom is restricted because there's a global pandemic. People are dying out there. It's terrible. So whenever you look at social media, Facebook and Instagram, this is reflected in everyone's posts all around the world. There's bodies being taken out of houses. There's bodies in the street. The hospitals are overflowing. People are dying. It's terrible. No, wait a minute. There's none of that. All I can see on Facebook and Instagram are selfies. People who are self-absorbed. One selfie after another. No sign of a global pandemic. It's a mystery, really. I mean, like, I'll give you an experience. I live in Ireland, in the north of Ireland, and recently I travelled to the south of Ireland. So the north of Ireland has opened up. You know, people are still wearing masks and social distancing whenever they're out in public, you know, to be seen to be doing the right thing. And just across the border into Southern Ireland, the south of Ireland, it's a different story, you know. Places are still closed. I actually had the experience of, I don't wear a mask. I actually have a medical exemption, which is a good excuse because I would never wear a mask. But I was in a shop and I came out and an elderly lady stopped me. She was getting into her car and she just stopped and she said to me, asked me, you know, why are you not wearing a mask? And I said to her, I have a medical exemption. And she said, I don't care, you could still be carrying the virus. And for a second I looked at her and then I said to her, you're the virus. And then I walked on. And a friend who was with me was really incensed that this woman had kind of challenged me, you know, which is okay. Like, I think what got me really was her lack of compassion, you know why I would have a medical exemption. Didn't come into it. This is what's happening out there. There's a real sense of division, you know, division and isolation, fear, mistrust. I recently spoke to someone who's had, you know, 2 vaccines. The majority of people have, or so we would be led to believe. And I asked her why, and she said because it was the easiest thing to do. So I don't say anything to people when they say this to me, but I think to it's not gonna make it any easier for them or for me if I say anything in response to that. But my thoughts around that are, is that a reason to get a vaccine? Because it's the easiest thing to do? I mean, these vaccines are not even FDA approved. Like, who would do that? And then other people that wear masks but don't have any view on it, like they don't necessarily agree with wearing a mask, or the evidence shows that wearing a mask is, of no benefit and actually causes harm. Some friends say, oh, to avoid confrontation, I wear a mask. No. Do you know what? I'm a very logical person, really, I have an autistic mind. I am diagnosed autistic, so I work things out. Like, I have to figure things out all the time. And if I did think for 1 minute, I just can't. I can't see. I can't believe what's going on. I can't see how people just blindly trust what they're told on the media, like on the news, by the government, especially when they know that their governments are controlled by big business, big pharma, who have a loaded interest in all this. Like, I don't know what the lockdowns are about. I don't know what this is, but I know that people are giving up their freedoms too easily. A lot of talk about people being sheep, but you know what? The whole thing, the whole analogy about people being sheep, is really about the fact that sheep trust in the shepherd to keep them safe from the wolves. But it's not the wolves that they're in danger from, it's actually the shepherd, because the shepherd is going to bring them to market and people are going to eat them. That's the analogy around sheep. I like sheep. I wouldn't mind being called a sheep. Sheep are beautiful. I love creatures. I love animals. I love everything. And that, for me, is where I am in all this. I trust in my intuition and in my heart. My allegiance is not with those right-wing fascists, those people that are anti-Black Lives Matter, anti-this, anti-that. Like, I really have a dislike of fascists, right-wing fascists. My allegiance is to, I feel like saying to myself, but to my God self, to source, to my heart, to my intuition, and all this. That's where I'm going to stay. So I would ask you to, stay strong. Don't just give up rights because it's the easiest thing to do. Don't put on a mask because you're afraid of confrontation. Don't get a vaccine because everyone else is getting it. That's not a reason. Do your research. And then have a valid reason. I think there's more of us out there that are questioning things than they would have us believe. And there's more to this than what we can say. There's so many levels to this. There's a spiritual warfare going on. We're moving from 3D into 5D. 5D is love, community, coming together at a higher frequency. Don't let these vaccines and masks and isolation separate us. I have family that are getting vaccines and love to wear their mask, It's okay, just don't stop me on the street and ask me my view. Don't ask me if I've had a vaccine. It's actually none of your business. And if you're going to challenge me, have a good reason. But you people that have that aggression and that right because, you think you're doing it you're doing it for everyone else. Look around you, you're not doing it for anyone but yourself. I have no doubt there's a virus going around. I can feel the virus. It's insidious. I'll stay in my heart and my truth. You do the same. And if you find it hard, reach out to me, message me. There's more of us than you know. Anyway. So this is to the 26 people that follow me on YouTube. Yeah. Doesn't matter if you've had a vaccine, had to wear a mask, whatever. Like, we're all one people. It's okay. Anyway. Stay free, stay well, and stay in your heart. Okay. Bye for now.